Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Bleach Thousand Year Blood War The Conflict episode number 11 reaction. So the previous episode we had the continuation of battle between Mayuri and Pernida. So it turns out Pernida wasn't defeated. He just used his normal attack to break out of Ashijo Zizo. There was a certain section where Mayuri was kind of being pushed back. Nemu came to his rescue, and we get to see Nemu's backstory, how she originated, how she was like the ultimate creation of Mayuri, and Mayuri was like living his dream through Nemu, and kind of like a father daughter like bond they had, which obviously wasn't really that apparent up until now, but in times of like danger like this, it was pretty damn obvious. In the end, Nemu sacrificed herself to save Mayuri, but thankfully Mayuri saved Nemu's brain, and now hopefully after going back to his lab, he can, put Nemu's brain back again, and it'll be like he can just revive Nemu like that in that sense. Anyways, that's what's going on. Also, for a long time we get to see Hisuga and Rangiku. They were both saved by Mayuri again, and like they're okay now. And now Mayuri and Zaraki are inside that medical pod, going through some medical, like, yeah. So yeah, let's see what happens today. Let's begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, wait, this is Nanao, isn't it? No, no, this is not Nanao. This is probably Nanao's mother or something. Okay, wait, who's this dude? I don't recognize him. This guy? Oh, brother. That's Kyoraku, isn't it? Is that Nanao? I don't think so. That she looks extremely like Nanao, but whoa, what the? Wait, what happened? Wait, is he still alive? What was his name? Lille Barrow? Or is this something else? Okay, like, alright, you know what? Let's wait. Oh yeah, that is Nanao's mother because, as far as I can remember, Nanao is Kyoraku's niece, isn't it? Yeah, so that would mean his brother's daughter. So that is Nanao's mother. Okay. Right. Flashback again. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh no, okay. Obviously, brother's wife, sis. Okay. Oh lord, this guy's persistent. All right, you know what? We need to shut you down now. Wait, what the hell? Yeah. Oh god. What the hell? Okay, this is all right. That is a crazy character design. His voice changed. Wow. Great. He's regenerating as well. Oh god! Hey! Nah, man. That is crazy. Damn, with that hole in the stomach, he still was able to. Oh god, what now? Yeah. I don't think he will. He is the captain, the head commander. But the thing is, will his body permit? He cannot even keep awake. That's how weak he is now. Oh! Oh, Nana was here. Wait, what? Wait, okay, something's going on with what we don't know. Oh god, shut up with your. Oh! Oh my god. Out of all the Quincy's, this guy's the most annoying one. I hate him so much. Okay, what's happening here? Right. Wait, isn't that isn't that Shunsui's? Wait a minute. In the filler arc, wasn't that with Shunsui's? Oh, that's why he had because he had two Zanpakuto. Is that why there were two? Okay, I have so many questions. Like I thought, Kyoraku's Zanpakuto is like Zabimaru, like two. Whoa! Oh, he's dropping planets now. Oh! Oh my god! Yeah, okay, okay. She also is confused. Yeah. Wait, what? It was at a mother's. Okay. Oh. Oh. His brother, I'm guessing. He's a bloodline. Oh. When sent back. Right, I see. Because of the Zanpakuto. Didn't want her to shoulder the same burden. That's why Ohana concealed and had Okyo who loved him. So it's within her. Oh my god. Oh, okay. So there you go. That is part of Katen Kyokotsu, but her Zanpakuto is within her. Okay, that's why like she didn't want to give her the sword. Mm. Okay, let's see what this Zanpakuto does now. Wait, if she's able to defeat Lilebara, who even Shunsui couldn't defeat, would that mean that she's Oh, okay. Just for rituals. Right. Okay, so it's not necessarily she's stronger than Shunsui, but her weapon is suited. Shinken Hyakyoken. Her sword is more suited to fight Lilebaro. Okay. Well, that's your end. It reflects their power. I see. So it's working on him. Yes. Yeah. Wow, you're that dumb? Yeah. That's not now in the background. Hmm. Oh, this kimono is made by her. Nano's mother. Right. Hmm. Oh God. Yeah. Squad 8. Squad 8. Uh-huh. Hmm. Right. Hmm. Yeah, because okay. Yeah. Wow, she was so young when she got enlisted in the. Ah, right. He was trying to hide it from, you know, Nanao. That's why he changed the. You don't understand. It's going to reflect your own power into you. Okay. Oh, damn. Can she not reflect it? Didn't they say that she can reflect it? Wait. Wait, what? Oh, it's her mother, I think. Oh no, because of. Right. Okay. It's so heavy. Yeah. And that. Yeah. Well, this is the first time she's in the battlefield, like in this way. Like in front of the enemy, face to face. Right, here we go. Okay. Hmm. Oh, yeah, okay. That is insane. Oh, yes, it got reflected right back at him. But are they okay? Yeah, okay, I think they're okay, okay. Wow, that clean cut, you see? Yeah, you understood it this late. That's a shame. Good riddance. Good God. This was the most annoying one out of all of them. And I'm glad that he's gone finally. Oh, oh boy. Okay. Yeah. Now what? Your stomach. Your stomach is. Oh God. Is he okay? Like, but like, will he be okay after taking a little bit of rest? Like, you know, will he be alive? I hope so. Because that seems like a fatal wound. But this is Shinsui, so Okay, yeah. I think he'll be fine. Uh, Hmm. Okay, that is it. And okay. Okay, and that was today's episode. All right. Yeah, we get to know more about Nanao today. Her family, what happened to her mother, her connection with Shunsui, all those things, and her Zanpakuto, like the whole situation. Not Zanpakuto, I guess. Wait, was that no? That wasn't her Zanpakuto. That was just, or was that her Zanpakuto? Yeah, it is a Zampak. Oh, yeah, they mentioned it. It gets passed on to the future generations like that. Okay, right. We get to know about that as well. How that was hidden up until now by what was her name? The other part of Shunsui's Zanpakuto, Kyokotsu, wasn't it? Katen Kyokotsu. So Kyokotsu, I'm guessing. Um, so how that was hidden by her up until now to shield Nanao from its effects and all that. But now Nanao's like, yeah, it's time, I make use of it. I'm going to face it head on, just like my mother did, and whatever consequences I'll have to face, I'm ready to do it. Um, okay, and so that's what happened today. Now, like I said, by the middle of it, I was like, wait, if by the looks of it, from where this is going, it seems like where this is going in which direction. It seems like she will be able to defeat Lile Barrow. But then I was like, if she defeats Lile Barrow, like, what does that mean? Does that mean that Shunsui is weaker than? But no, not necessarily. That's not how it goes. As we saw, and as they mentioned, her like sword is more suited to fight gods, like, because what he she does is her sword does is it literally reflects back the same power. So so if this was someone else, I guess it wouldn't really reflect the power back. If it was like some uh, other character that she was fighting, not necessarily she would have been able to do anything. Also, there's a lot of other ways I feel like Lila Barrow could have won this. But all he did was just blast like a energy like beam or something towards Nanao, which easily she reflected it back. So like I said, there's a lot of other ways he could have won this if he didn't do that. But obviously, this is Lilebar we're talking about. First and foremost, he doesn't listen to other people. Second, he's extremely arrogant about himself. He's too prideful. So all those things included, it makes a character who is too prideful to listen to someone he deems unworthy. So, like Nana literally told her that, oh, this is going to, reflect God's power back. And he was like, what are you saying? I don't understand. Yeah, whatever. Let me just attack you. That was literally what he did. And in the end, after getting his, like his half of his body blown out, that is when it went through his brain. He's like, oh, yeah, you did tell me that it's going to reflect a God's power back. Huh, that's ironic. And then he dies. So I'm like, he could have done something else, and I feel like he would have won this easily because Nana is not a fighter. You know, you could see she couldn't even stand properly in front of him, and he already had taken care of Shunsui. Shunsui's like stomach is like a gaping hole. Shunsui could not do anything in this situation. Except support Nana, and Nana couldn't fight properly. So instead of just blasting away, he could have just, I don't know, went close to them and then attacked them like directly or something. Maybe that probably would have worked out better in his um in his favor. But yeah, so the circumstance, the way it played out, that is the reason why he was defeated. And it's very particular. So yeah, obviously that doesn't mean that Nanao Zanpakuto is stronger than Shunsui Zanpakuto. Definitely not. It is that her Zanpakuto is her sword is a little bit of a special kind, and it in certain situations it's going to shine. This was one of those situations, and that is why even an opponent that Shunsui couldn't defeat, she was able to defeat like that. So that's the main thing. Right. Okay. That one section did kind of confuse me. For a moment, I thought that Katen Kyokutsu, the other girl, the girl with the one side, like, hidden, Kyokutsu, that's Kyokutsu, isn't it? Yeah. Wait, that is her. You know what? Let me just double check. Katen Kyokutsu. Right, wait a minute. Okay, anyways, I don't know, I can't find it. But yeah, I think that the others part is called Kyokutsu. So she, I thought when they were revealing that section, for a moment I thought Kyokutsu was actually Nanao Zanpakuto, and I thought that, oh, maybe like like Shunsui was hiding it with him, like just to for some kind of a reason. Obviously, it still wasn't revealed at that point why he was keeping her sword. So I thought like maybe Shunsui is keeping it with him or has kept it with him up until now, and that is the reason why in the filler arc we saw both Katen and Kyokotsu come out, and originally, Shunsui's Zanpakuto is supposed to be only one. That's what I thought at that point, but then they actually, like, kind of explained it to us, like, because Nana also was confused. She was like, wait, isn't Katen Kyokusu supposed to be your, and he's like, yeah, it is, but the thing is, within Kyokutsu is, I'm hiding your Zampak, your sword, and there you go, this is for you. And yeah, so that's the thing. It's not that Kyokotsu is her Zanpakuto. It's just that within Kyokotsu they were hiding her sword. So like that kind of thing. So yeah, that makes more sense now. Um, what actually happened there? Right. Okay, and there you go. And we get to know Shinsui's backstory about their, her brother and her wife. All those things as well. As to how he hated his brother, but after meeting with Nanao's mother, he changed. He became more friendlier. He became more, I guess, like mellowed out and everything, which made Shunsui appreciate that. And that's why, as he said, he went to their house, just laid down there, like kind of basked in the sunlight, and just had a very nice time. But then, obviously, because of the Ise family's um, situation, as to how every single man who gets married in, they die. The same thing happened with uh, Nanao's husband as well. But Nanao did try to prevent it, that by running away from their family. I think that's what they do. Like, usually everyone marries into her family, but she, I think, what is that part? She ran away and thought that that would help with the curse, and got married to Chunsui's brother. So Chunsui's brother didn't marry into her house. She married into Shinsui's house, I guess, and expecting things to change. But then it didn't. Okay, where's this part? This part, I think. Here we go. It was said that all the men who married into the Ise family died early because of the Ise's curse. Some laughed the curse off as something ridiculous, but she didn't see it that way. Okay, she wanted to put an end to the curse. Here we go. So she married into another family, knowing it would end the Issei bloodline. Yeah, so she married into, like, someone didn't marry into her family. She married into someone else's family by leaving her house, and yeah, but still her husband died, and at that point she was brought back to the Issa family again. And she said that, I don't want my daughter to go through the same thing. So I'm going to, I think it's because of this sword. So I'm going to give it to you, Shunsui. Keep it hidden from my daughter. And she said, like, like this only affects Ise family, so, I'm giving it to you. That doesn't mean that you'll die, but it's only, like affects the Ise family girls. Yeah, so there you go. Also, they said how their family only births daughters. So, that's why everyone marries into their family, and if they have a child, it's a daughter. So Ise was her daughter, and yeah, so there you go. And she didn't want Ise shouldering the same burden that she bared, and that's why she took that decision. Right, and obviously Shunsui kept the sword within Kyokotsu, hidden so that it doesn't go to Ise. Right. Okay, you know what? Let me read that section as well, where she talks about the sword. Okay, so I cannot accept such an important item. This will only affect members of the Ise family. Um, Holding on to it will not bring you misfortune. Um, right. You are the only person I can trust outside the Ise family. Um, no, wait, not this part. Where's that part where she explains how? Mm, oh, there you go. Here, a little bit early. The Ise family is a family of priests. They administer rituals and do not possess their own Zanpakuto. There you go. So it's not particularly her Zanpakuto, it's something that has been, like just passed on. Like it's only singular Zanpakuto. The head of the family passes down a single Zanpakuto through the generations. It is a sword without a blade, used for rituals. Yeah. So it cannot be used to cut people down. It is said to have the power to confront a god by withstanding its power and disperse it in all directions. So it is perfect for this situation. Obviously, it is not useful in most of the scenarios, because, like we don't fight gods every single day. But this situation, at least, where we are literally fighting a god, or who claims to be a god or a god's messenger, you could say, because technically God here currently is Yahabaha in that sense, if you think about it, because he took in Soul King's power and all that. So you could say he's like the God's messenger. So any kind of being who is like this like sword can deal with it, and that's what happened here. Yeah, in usual like situations, it's not very useful because it doesn't have a blade. But this situation, yes, this is the situation where you need to use it. Right. There you go, and that is the whole thing. Now, from Nanao's perspective, you can see Nanao as a kid, she saw like Shunsui over there, and she was like, "Oh, my mother is entrusting something important to him," and obviously she knew her mother used to wear like a, like a, what do you call it? The thing, the hairpin thing. So yeah, and then I think when Nanao's father, that is Shunsui's brother, died, this section, he entrusts that to. Wait, one thing I need to check. Just a minute. Her mother used to wear the pink hair ornament, didn't she? Wait, and and his brother used to wear the blue one. Yeah, okay. Nanao's mother had the pink or the reddish ornament. Yeah, while her brother entrusted his brother entrusted Shunsui with the blue one, I think. Where's that section? Um, okay, I cannot find that part. Yeah, so I think that's what happened. So basically, as we see later on, Nanao's mother also died because of treason. As they said, she was executed. This part, Ugitake comes in. That's Ugitake, isn't it? Yeah. Comes and says that the Center 46, like convicted her for the misplacement of a sacred treasure, which is the weapon, I guess, the Zampacto. Right. And she was executed. The execution was carried out yesterday, and yeah, there you go. So, and next we see his brother entrusting him with the blue one. So his mother, her mother used to wear the red one or the pink one. Her brother, God damn it, his brother had the blue one, and both of them, you know, ended up going to Shunsui by the end of it, because his brother entrusted the blue one to him at his deathbed, and Nanao's mother was executed. So I guess eventually the hairpin or hair ornament came under his possession. So that is why he wore both of them in his hair. Not only that, he wore Nanao's mother's, the dress, the what do you call it, the haori, or the the, the kimono, whatever it's called. Um, he used to wear that. But there was a section you can see when Nanao gets selected in squad 8. He took it out. He wasn't wearing that. Neither was he wearing the hair ornament. Now I'm not really sure why he didn't wear it on that day. I at first thought maybe it's because he didn't want to, or he was trying to prevent Nanao from realizing that he's the person who his mother gave the, like the Zampakto to and all that. Maybe he was trying to prevent that, but that wouldn't really, I don't know, that would kind of be like, I don't know, like he's wearing it still. So why would he not wear it from the very first day? He ends up wearing it, like currently he's wearing the same, like so the same thing as well. So if he's supposed to be hiding it from Nanao, why would he be wearing it? Maybe he didn't wear it on that day because, I don't know, because obviously he knew that Nana was going to be there in his squad. Maybe he just didn't want to get reminded of the like sorrowful memories on that, because by seeing Nana, he would get reminded of that. That's why he deliberately didn't wear that on that day. That could be it. Or like I said, maybe he just didn't wear it to prevent Nana from realizing anything. But then again, like I said, if that was his reason, he still wears it now. So if he's supposed to be hiding it, why would he be wearing it now? Like, it wouldn't make sense. Um, either way, whatever the reason is, yeah, that's the kimono, the yukata that the haori that he's wearing. Um, that's a kimono. Is it? Wait, no. Yeah, it should be. This is the, like the, is it a kimono or a yukata? I'm not sure. This is the dress that her mother used to wear. So he obviously he has his shinsengumi, not shinsengumi. Why did I call her shinsengumi? God damn it, shinigami. The shinigami haori and everything, he has it, but on top of it he just wears the thing. So yeah, and that is what Ohana was commenting on in the previous episode. Like she said something like, "Oh, you're wearing some other woman's, like dress," and something like that. She kind of said, and this is what happens when something like that. She said, I remember. Okay, right. There you go, and that is the situation. Now Nana knows everything, or she has the full picture, and she has stood against Libero and defeated him. Shunsui helped her achieve that as well. Okay, there you go. That was today's episode. Was there any other thing to discuss today? No, I think that was it. Right. Okay, that was kind of unexpected. I wasn't expecting something like this, Like obviously I did see Nana in the opening, and I was like, oh, okay, she's going to play some kind of a role here. But I wasn't expecting it to be something like this, like literally fighting Lille Barrow. Like not that way. She didn't really fight him, but stood against him. Like I wasn't expecting that at all. Okay, right. There you go. And that was, yeah, that was today's episode. Now, let me talk about this episode scene by scene. In the very first scene, we can see the flashback. Shunsu is there, and yeah. So the very first scene, you can see Shunsu's brother uh, has the like. So he brought both of them for her, but she was like, "Oh, you keep one, I'll keep one." That's how it happened. So like I don't know, I don't think they showed, like I said, ended both of them ended up going to Shunsui in the end because both of them died, both of the hair ornament. But I don't think they showed, did they show it or did I just miss it? I don't think they showed him getting the pink one or the red or whatever it is, pink or red, that one. We did see him getting the blue one. His brother handed it over to him in his deathbed. But I don't think we saw him getting the other one. I'm assuming it ended up in his possession after Nano's mother died. I think so. Right. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, he gets that, and Shunsu is just there sitting and kind of teasing him, and there you go. Her brother kind of his brother kind of headbutts him and everything. And then he's like, "Ah, you've really mellowed out, brother." And he's like, "Nah, I don't think so." Right. And then back to the present. Um, Shinsu is going to say something to Ohana, and his stomach just gets pierced by that arrow, like that light beam thing. So yeah, Lileb Arrow's back, and after that, back to the flashback again. We see Nanao's mother waking Shunsu. Shunsu was like just fallen asleep in the over there, and she's like waking him up, and he's like, "Oh, like sister." So this part kind of confused me for a brief moment. I was like, "Wait, maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe like she's her actual sister, his actual sister, and that is his brother-in-law." But then I was like, no, he literally called him brother. So this is like, because of that, he's calling her sister, because that's his brother's wife. So that's how it's like, she's like his sister, like that way. But yeah, for a brief moment, I was kind of confused. But then I was like thinking like, oh yeah, like no, like at the very first scene we saw him calling him brother, like that. So that's definitely not his sister. That's his sister-in-law, and that's why he calls him sister. Right. Because sometimes you will see like not everyone, like like in-laws sometimes, like they call them by their name, like like that's why. And sometimes obviously they say like brother and sister, but there's a lot of times they call their in-laws by name, I guess, like using a son at the end, like that. But yes, but he calls him sister. There you go. Either way, there you go. After that, we see Lille Barrow has gotten regenerated again, and he looks like a freaking owl with hair and wings. So yeah, he looks even more crazier now. And as always, he's just babbling about like sin and all that stuff. I cannot be bothered listening to his uh like nonsense. Either way, he keeps like just throwing out all these stuff, like these whatever. He's like like just basking in his own um in his own glory, and he's just like, oh, like you're very sinful. I've used my um light of judgment to judge you. All the sinners will get purged, stuff like this. He's just talking about all of these. And he attacks Shunsui. Shunsui was able to get away from there, even with that hole in the stomach. And here you can see Ohana comes in and she's like, "Come on, I think it's okay to run away now. Like, just leave everything to me. I'll take you and run away from here. Um, just abandon your mission and let's go." But Shunsui is not even able to keep awake. He's lost that much blood and he's so much hurting. And then you can see Nanao comes in and Nanao's like, "Captain, wake up." And yeah, and in comes Libero again, just talking about sin and everything once more. And Shunsu is able to run away with Nanao, but then finally, what's her name? Nanao is like, "Oh, can I please get my weapon back?" And he's like, "Wait, you knew about it?" Because obviously he thought that he was hiding it from her. But Nanao put these like clues together, like from a very young age, as we saw, little by little, she like constructed the whole scenario in her head. And by the end of it, she was convinced that he has her weapon. And I'm assuming she never confronted him about it because she thought that he's keeping it for a reason. And there must be a reason why her mother gave it to him in the first place. So I guess even after having this inkling that, oh yeah, that like Zampakto is with him, or my mother entrusted some important thing to him related to me, she never confronted him about it because I think she didn't really like had the need to, or she didn't want to. She just thought like, yeah, it's fine. But now it is important. It is like a very left life and death situation. So she decides to ask him that, "Oh, can you please give my thing back? Maybe that will help." And Shunsi was like, "Oh, so you knew about it?" And he's like, "So you know about your mother as well?" And she's like, "Yes." And he's like, "Oh damn, you never cease to amaze me." He's like, "Okay, I'll give it back to you." You know. Anyways, after that, he then brings out um Kyokotsu. Yeah. Here we go, this part. Like after that, we see Nanao come out from the like from inside of Lile Barrow and takes out her Slampacto, and then a little bit of recollection again, where we see what happened a few moments ago, where this part. Kyokotsu comes out. I know Katen Kyokotsu is split up into Katen and Kyokotsu, but you say that she's my Zanpakuto? Like I said, I was also confused. I was like, wait, what? Like, but then he's like, no, not really. But yeah, she is related to your Zanpakuto. You see, Ohana gave birth to Okyo to hide your Zanpakuto. So okay, this part kind of confused me because I didn't realize who Okyo was, but I'm guessing Okyo is the other name of Kyokotsu. Just like how Ohana is the name of Katen, Okyo is, I'm guessing, Kyokotsu. So Ohana created Kyokotsu to hide Nanao Zanpakuto. So wait, is Katen Kyokotsu originally supposed to be one weapon? Only Ohana? And she made it into two? Just so that one of them could hide? But can she herself not hide it then? She had to make another. I'm guessing maybe there's some kind of a reason behind that. Because if she ended up making another, like version, so to hide the Zampak, to Nano Zampakto, couldn't she have done it herself? I'm assuming she couldn't, maybe because of some reason. Yeah, it was at your mother's behest. Um, but why? And there we go. This is where he talks about the whole situation. Okay. Yeah, this is where he says it says a matrilineal family. Only women are born, according to records, however. But still, for that reason, they adopted sons-in-law from other families to keep their family, thing going. But then the men from all the other families died. Your mother wanted to prevent that, and that is why she decided to, get away from her family and marry into someone else's family. If like obviously that would mean she would like end the Itse bloodline then and there. Um, but even after doing that, her husband, which is my brother, died. And he says, "I didn't get along with my brother, but after meeting your mother, he changed, he mellowed out. I also really liked spending time over there But then my brother died, and your mother was taken away by their family, which is kind of ironic because she get got tried to get away from her family, but then after losing your brother, my brother, she ended up having to go back either way, you know. So yeah, and that is why your mother entrusted me with this Zampacto, and he tells how the Zampacto is not used for fighting. It is something like holy. It is like a ceremonial sword. It can stand up against even gods. You know, that's the thing. So you can see this part is very weird. I like Kyokotsu. You can see. I thought she was wearing a mask here, but then she just puts her hand inside of her face. I'm like, wait, what? That wasn't a mask. That's just a hollow, like a compartment. But anyways, she pulls out her, sword which was hidden inside of her, and gives it to Nanao. Yeah, and this is when Nanao says that, just like my mother took her own decision, I've taken my own decision. I will face the curse. You've protected me up until now, but I'm ready to face it. And even if I'm cursed, I wouldn't let, you know, here we go. In fact, the person I admire would probably say something just as like that a ridiculous like this is ridiculous. So I would say the same. Yeah, and he gives back the Zampacto to her, and now we are back to the battle again. This is where they explain how this sword works, how it can confront the power of gods by withstanding its power and dispersing it in all directions. Shinken Hakyoken. Shinken, Shin means true, Ken means sword, that means true sword. Hakyoken. Hakyoken. Ken is sword again. I I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea what that means though. But it's like the translation is like true swords then something. Right. So okay, and so it's kind of it's kind of interesting. You can see here literally what's going on. You see how the sword is just shining, and Lillebarrow's like, that sword is shining. It's so blindingly bright. And then we move on to Nanao's like position, and we see the sword is not shining. So this kind of shows that only to him he's seeing the sword shining, which is why Nanao says like, oh, you can see it's shining. Thank God. That means it's working, and it's going to work against you. Because in Nanao's eyes, it's not like it's not really shining on anything. But since it's going to reflect his power back to him, to Lily Barrow, I think it's shining because he can literally see its own power getting reflected, his own power getting reflected from it. So yeah, so this is literally like reversing the whole thing. Like we didn't really defeat him; he defeated himself, basically. Like by the end. Anyways, this is when Nana says like, "Oh, this can confront the power of God. This can reflect it back to you." And Lily like, I don't understand what you're saying. Oh well, let me try to kill you. And yeah, there you go. That's what happens. Then again, a little bit of flashback where we see Nano as a kid listened into her mother's conversation with Shinsui, where her mother entrusted the sword to Shinsui and told him that this is very important. Don't worry, this is not going to affect you. It doesn't affect any men from other families. But it only affects the Ise family girls. So even if you keep it with you, nothing will happen to you. And then after that, Nana little by little put things together. He sees the the flower pattern in the kimono that he used to wear. That one, and she remembered her mother used to wear the same. Also, the two hairpin which her mother had. Yeah, so all these things kind of made her feel a little bit odd. She was like, okay, something's going on here. Then the fact that she got taken in by the 8th squad, where he is a captain, that as well. And the fact that he didn't wear that kimono and the hair ornament on that day made her convinced her that, yeah, he is the one who my mother gave that important thing to. But like I said, he never really confronted him about it, because I think she thought that there must be a reason why they're keeping it a secret from her, and that's why she didn't want to ask him about anything. Also, he talks about how there's, like, like a family took her in, and they treated her like their own granddaughter. Also, she wasn't able to use, like, make any asauchi herself. She was issued an asauchi, but I was unable to make it my own. Yeah. But then she realized that she is good at kido, so she was like, okay, I'm going to make use of this. And then she got taken in by the 8th squad. Right. There you go. And now, finally, back to the battle again. She attacked him, and Lile Barrow defended himself. His hand got cut, but it wasn't good enough, which kind of alerted Lile Barrow. Lile Barrow was like, so this sword actually hurt me. That is blasphemous. You attacked a god. I'm going to obliterate you. That's what he said. And Nano stands up. Nano tries to confront him. Unfortunately, her leg is cut. She cannot stand, because obviously she has been in the front lines, but this is something different. She's literally fighting like some kind of a, like, otherworldly godlike being. This is like the scale is way past anyone has confronted. It's because of, like, captains like Shunsui and others. They are the ones who can stand up against these type of crazy, beings. While Nana is just someone who has never really fought on the battlefield like that. Like she doesn't even have her own Zanpakuto in that sense, and she uses Kido. So yeah, she's like, her legs are shaking, it's bleeding, she doesn't know what to do. And then again a little bit of a flashback recollection. We see Shunsui getting informed by Ukitake that Nana's mother died. She was executed. And this is where Shinsui, again remembers how his brother also entrusted the hair ornament to him. And this is where he says that, why does everyone that I care about end up dying, and end up entrusting their precious possessions to me? Like, I don't want that repeating again. Which is, I guess, true, because his brother died, entrusted his precious, like, treasure, which is obviously his wife, to Shunsui. Shunsui's sister-in-law, that is his brother's wife, she also got executed, and he entrusted her precious treasure, which is her daughter, to Shunsui. And then we have Nana, who was almost going to sacrifice herself here as well, and she would end up, like, entrusting the sword to him. So he's like, why does everyone do that? That's why he was like, I'm not letting, her die here, and I don't want to get that sword back anymore. So I'm going to, like, go and help her out. So using the shadow, he gets behind Nanao, helps her confront Lile Barrow. And there you go. Lile Barrow uses his trumpet thing. And that was crazy. You know what? One thing I have to, like, applaud here. How much, I don't like Lile Barrow at all. I hate him. But even if that's the case, you have to admit his attacks are crazy. Like, the sheer destruction that it was causing was absolutely mental. Like, it was absolutely baffling to see how much damage he was dealing with one attack. So yeah, that you have to give credit to him for. But I still hate him. I don't like him. I'm glad that he's gone. Good God. Like, his attitude is so annoying. Like, literally, like, one of the worst type of attitude to have. Like, especially for someone at that level. He's supposed to be one of the strongest. Usually, one of the strongest people are more, I guess you could say, calmer and more what's that word? Humble. I guess you would say, because more strongest person is, the more they would realize what um what foolishness it is to underestimate your enemies. You know, like like mob characters, like like enemy characters, like who are just like extras. They underestimate enemy, they underestimate characters because they don't have any type of experience. I don't expect one of the strongest people here, one of the strongest queenshies here, to have an attitude like this. Like some kind of god complex. Like, good god, it's so annoying. But anyways, right, and there you go. He attacks, and Nana reflects it back, and bam, you can see the whole clean cut. You can see the platform they're standing on. It's like this, like it has been cut like this in a triangular fashion, as if someone has cut a very thin slice of cake, like this, very thin slice of cake. Someone has cut. Yeah. So there you go. That was how strong this attack was. But Nana reflected it back, and it took out half of him. Not even half of him, like half of his face it took. Like, or a side of it, a chunk of it. But that was enough. He, this is where it goes through his brain. He's like, oh yeah, you did mention this sword reflects the power of gods. Ha, yeah. And there you go, he gets destroyed. Reflecting a god's power, huh? How sinful. But you know what? I feel like somewhere down there in the inside, I feel like he's glad that it's his own power that killed him. Because if if it was Shinsuke's power that killed him, oh my god, he would lose his mind. He would be like, how dare he? How dare this lowly mortal, not mortal, but whatever you call him. These guys are not mortals, they're souls. How can this lowly creature attack, kill me? How dare he? But I'm guessing he's glad, at least for the fact that it's his own power that killed him. At least that's like a source of a source of like a good thing for him. Like, he's at least peaceful knowing that, yeah, it's not some lowly creature's attack that ended me. It's my own power that ended me. Thank god. But yeah, he's gone now. He just gets destroyed. There you go. And Nana like almost falls down. Her legs are not holding up again. Shinsu like supports him, and then Shinsu's like, all right, let's go. And then Shinsu also almost like collapses. Obviously, he has like 2 or 3 holes in his body. One in the stomach, one over here. And he's like, oh, let me just take a little bit of rest. I think he's fine, hopefully. Like, he doesn't look fine, but I'm guessing he's fine. Yeah. Right. And there you go. That was today's episode. Really good episode. Right. And yeah, that was that. Now, that was episode 11, I think. Yes. Now, I don't know how many episodes this season will have. I tried to check my anime list and anime list as well. It's not written there how many episodes this will have. So I'm assuming it's going to be having like 13 episodes, because if this is 11th episode, there's next episode is 12, going to be 12. I think there will be another more after that, like 13 episodes. I'm assuming. I don't think this will have like a 24 episodes, because up until now, in Thousand Year Blood War, Bleach hasn't had like a 24 episodes. Like, it's usually broken down into two sections. So it should again be following that, I'm assuming. So yeah, that would mean there's 2 more episodes after this for this part to come to an end. This part has been the best part, in my opinion. Like, the 2 other parts were good, like very good, with everything. But I feel like this part topped everything. Like, every single thing before happened. This part topped it. Like the other 2 part that we have had. Yeah, it's that good. Like, every single episode is very very good this time. And I guess it's because we're focusing on the characters and kind of going deeper into their whole situation. We got to know more about Mayuri. We got to know more about like Shunsui. Then like the whole thing with Yahabaha, all those stuff is just like yeah, like, oh, Aizen also came this time, So this has been back to back really good. So let's see how um this part ends. So there you go. That is it. Thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That is it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Bleach. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.